Isn't it cringe to call other people cringe that pay your bills? Okay, that's a perma because you're cringe. Goodbye.
Yes, that really happened. I actually got banned from Emily Wang's chat, but that's not what we're here for today. If you guys want to know what happened between me and Emily Wang, subscribe to the YouTube, go over to Twitch and follow me on Twitch. Link is in the description. Anyway, now that's out of the way. I am Black Spade. Welcome to the channel, TFT set 11. Let's go. We're here to talk about Azir today, why he's so bad, but before we get into that, I just wanted to show you guys my stats over the last 50 games. I am not playing on this set. As you can see, my composition grade is an S, flexibility is an S+, so I know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to these champions in the game. So, with that being said, I just wanted to go over my skill tree real quick in detail for you guys that don't know what these things mean. Let's go. Alright, so first up we have compositions. Compositions is based on the strength of your composition on each patch. To improve your composition score, stay up to date with the meta by learning what are the top team compositions on each patch. So basically, I know what's good each patch and I'm able to play it at a decent level. Next up we have economy. Economy is based on strength of your units and their star levels. The contribution of upgrading any unit to the economy grade depends on its value to your composition. To improve your economy score, make sure to generate as much gold as possible via interest and streak bonuses. Spend your gold efficiently by re-rolling at levels which provide optimal odds for your composition. Do not forget to spend your gold. You can't take your gold with you to the next game. That is a bar. Trust me, there's been plenty of times when I've died with 50 gold, 30 gold, 20 gold. Just roll it all down, man, because you can't take it with you. Items is next. Items grade is based on how well your items fit your units and your composition. To improve your item score, learn what the best items for each composition are. Try not to only build items around your composition, but also adapt your composition to the items that you get. Next up, we have augments. Augments grade is based on how good the augments you pick are on a given patch, as well as how they fit your team composition. To improve your augment score, check the augments page for which augments do the best in the current meta, which will be on tactics.tools. Also check the team compositions page to learn which augments fit the team compositions the best. Next up is execution. Execution is calculated based on your expected place with your units and items versus how well you perform. It indicates how well you do all the little things throughout the game. To improve your execution score, make sure to play the strongest board you can play in the early game to preserve as much HP as possible. Scout your opponents and adjust your positioning to maximize your odds of winning the fight and minimize the potential amount of damage taken. So with this one, so my execution I believe is a C on here. I'm sorry, my execution is a B. Honestly, well, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my last 20. On my last 50, my execution is a C, but that's not totally my fault because most of the good comps are contested. So I'm usually having to drudge through people contesting me, so that actually negatively affects my execution grade because I'm playing the better comps, but since they're contested, sometimes I don't make it. So sometimes I bottom out. There's nothing you can do. So me personally, I think over my last 50 it should be a B. Over my last 20, it is a B. But over the last 50, you know, things happen. Next up is flexibility. Flexibility grade is based on the variety of units you play and how contested you are on average. To improve your flexibility score, play a variety of compositions based on what units, items, augments you are offered. Scout the other players and avoid playing compositions that are contested by them. The flexibility grades, now granted I have an S+, but this is just for me playing the game for forever, so I kind of just know I'm very aware of the situations that I'm in just from years of playing the game. So don't feel bad if your flexibility score isn't that high. It'll come with time. And before people start talking trash in the chat saying, oh, you're a Shin Ghostly abuser, it says Shin Carry. Damn right. You. I'm really about that Shin life for real. Shin is my favorite champ in League, so whenever he's in TFT, I'm running it. Now say something about me. Check out these clips real quick. Oh, what's up?
Warriors.
Yeah, you see it getting busy. Now, Azir. So why is Azir the worst performing 5 cost in the game? Well, actually second to worst. Only beaten by Xayah. Why is that? Well, in order to find out why, we need to look at his stats and his kit. Let's go. All right, so we have Azir. Let's get into it. So his ability is called Blight. Fire a beam through the current target, dealing 500, 750, 5,000 magic damage to enemies hit. Spawn a guardian adjacent to the first enemy hit with 1100, 1500, 8000 health. The guardian does not move or attack. So at first glance, you're like, okay, this is cool. Azir, his ability, he does damage and he gives you a free meat shield, right? Sounds cool in concept, and I do think it's a cool concept. I really like Azir. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this video. But the issue is that when he spawns the guardian, they have no resistances, to my knowledge. In the chat, if you guys know, some of you TFT nerds out there, if I'm wrong, please let me know. But as far as I know, the guardians that he spawns are just 1100 or 1500 health meat shields with no resistances. So the problem with this is once you get into the late game, like, they're getting deleted like easily. Like, they don't even really stall that much. So that's issue number 1. Issue number 2 is that I believe, this is just my opinion, I think that the targeting on the guardian is wrong. I believe the guardian should spawn adjacent to the furthest enemy hit. So that way, if he's in a situation where it's like he has like 1v9, the enemy units have to walk up more from killing the guardian versus him spawning a guardian to the closest enemy where they can just walk up on him easier. The farther out the guardians are, the more they have to walk up to him, if that makes sense. So that can give him a few extra frames to maybe get another cast off, you know. In TFT, every little step, everything matters in TFT. So that's issue number 2. Issue number 3 is that the data says that he performs at the level he does, but that's only because he's being splashed in on level 9 boards. So if you take away him being played on just high roll level 9 boards, I'm pretty sure his data would be a lot worse than the full 0.1 something that he's at right now. So that's issue number 3. Issue number 4 is that Dryad, although I think the Dryad trait is okay, but it's one of those things where you need a spat, like you need 6 Dryad in order to really make the vertical work. Otherwise, 4 Dryad is kind of bad, because think about it. You have to play Gnar, and you have to play Rek'Sai late game, which they aren't that good late game. Kindred's okay. Ornn is obviously the best Dryad unit. Period. If you disagree, let me know in the comments, but Ornn is the best Dryad unit. So that's issue number, I don't even know. That's another issue. And then another issue is that most of the Invoker units are trash. Like, Kog'Maw's trash as an Invoker. Like, Kog'Maw is a carry or nothing. You're either carrying him or you're not playing him, right? So Kog'Maw's trash as an accessory. Janna, like, I don't even think people know she's in the game, right? Alun, she's not really that good outside of Umbral because she gets to execute. Without the execute, she's not that good. Lilia's okay. Annie is probably the best Fortune unit. So there you go right there. You have two. You really only have one good Invoker unit, and that's Annie for the most part, right? So you have all these things working against him on top of everything else that I've just said. So we've stated the issues that Azir has. Now, how can we fix them? Number one, put more power into 4 Dryad. More dog, whatever you guys want to do. You guys need to make Dryad not one of those comps where you have to have a spat to play it. That's crazy. Or you have to have, you know, specific augments. In this game that you guys see here, I'm playing Mulch and I still get second. I feel like if I hit an Azir 2 and I have a trait specific augment, I should win the game most of the time. Maybe I'm being greedy because I got a second, but hey man, like, give me the damn first. Like, come on. So what we can do is, number one, possibly give the Guardians more base health. Give the Guardians more base health, or you can give the Guardians a percentage of the HP stacks that you get throughout the game, right? So there's a couple ways you can go about this. Or you can give the Guardian some resistances. You can actually give the Guardian some stats. And like I said, change the targeting to the Guardians to the furthest enemy hit, so they have to walk farther to get to him. In situations where it's maybe him and like 1 or 2 other units left on the board. I think that would help tremendously. And then with the Invoker units, it is what it is. But I feel like if the Riot just makes those changes, or just makes any changes that make sense, I feel like Azir can be a really strong champion. But anyway, guys, those are my opinions. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, because we are trying to get to rank 1. I'm out.